The second I saw this, I knew it was for me. It seems we got a little bit of a water problem. Normally it's me doing my best to cause this kind of situation, so I should be pretty good at fixing it. Our first task is to pick up the wrench. This is not a wrench, but I will pick it up. It is in fact a vacuum cleaner, but I am curious if I can vacuum up the water. Is that going to be a thing? It appears that it is not. Alright, we're going to have to play by the game's rules for now. Yes, naturally the most capable tool for removing water, a wrench. We apply that to the hydrant to stop the flow of water. And we just need a whole bunch of clicks, and that'll stop the water from pouring out of here at least. I managed to figure out how to get that closed finally. Now we want the rake. Now when we use our map, it'll circle the area of the storm drains. Those are the things we need to uncover. That's why the street is flooding, because the water can't physically go down the drain. So we get started with the rake, and we rake the ground near the clog. And that should open it up so that the water can go down. We're also sending all this stuff down the drain, but that's a problem for like the mole people. And the other one appears to be right here. So we're going to rake rake the boulevard over here. And you know what? That's going to work out. We're so good with our rake that it doesn't matter what we touch. It fixes the problem. Now we got to find the last storm drain. I wonder if it's below the big arrow. Found it. The water's starting to go down. It's going to be so satisfying. This pool of water should be going somewhere now. To find where the water needs to be removed. I don't know if we need the map for that. Like, I'm pretty sure this water's not supposed to be here. I mean, I don't mind that it's here, but the neighbors probably care. That car is actually getting uncovered, so the water's definitely getting lower. Turns out the generator's in the backyard. We are super strong, so we can just pick that up. Move here and place the generator. All right here. Good. Activate the generator. That's not activating it. Okay, it's on. Pick up the site light. Bring to this area. I'm doing it. Power cable. Connect the generator to the site light, of course. So you're good there, I think. And there. Perfect. Now we got a light. The light is on because it was very hard to see the sinkholes before. Now we're going to do something with the shovel. Dig a path through the dirt to clear the water out. Make sure it flows to the neighbors. We're just giving our water to the neighbors. This is great. You guys can have it all. Oh, it's going to be water physics. I am all about this. Somebody make me an enormous sandbox game just to moving water around, please. It's kind of like Sip Fisher, but with a shovel. I could do this endlessly. Let's open up its thing a little bit. Oops, we got to open up this. The water's got to have fall to be able to flow. We hit bedrock already. That's where the good gold is. Does it not like my path? The water's draining, but it's not going fast enough. We can use a bucket as well. I actually have like a water scan in case like I can't find the water. So I can like scoop the water. Then I believe pour it with the other button. Is that correct? Yeah, there you go. The neighbor loves my water. I'm not really sure if this is what I'm supposed to be doing right now, but I'm really just enjoying scooping water. The backyard water levels are dropping according to the thing in the upper left. Although I've learned never to trust anything that looks like a train track. And apparently the backyard is good enough, despite the fact the water is still there and the neighbor now has a pond. Probably getting a little bit hard to see, but we gotta go and clog the big drain again. Yeah, this one got pretty bad. We should be able to get this up very quickly though, and then I think everything's gonna be happy. Rating. Do we get 5 stars? We got 4 stars on the tutorial. So that's pretty good, I guess. $1,300. Apparently the dewatering business is lucrative because this garage is huge. Also doesn't have a door to like the rest of the house. Mission board. The tutorial is already done, so we gotta do Midtown Market. Canal to pipe water into flooded cafe. Whatever, that'll do it. I can choose what tools to take with me or not. I guess it's suggesting the shovel, the bucket, the rake, the wrench, and the water vacuum. Oh, but my weight is only 28 out of 180, so if I want a generator, I can add that. I can add the pump. I can add the lights and the inflatable barrier. There's also the shop where I can buy, looks like another generator, submersible pump, sight light, or inflatable barrier again. It doesn't matter, we're going to the Midtown Market. Use the nearby river to get rid of water quickly. Give me a shovel. I'll move all of the water somewhere else. Okay, they're not, there's waves in the city. Okay, we got a pretty big flood going on.
We're gonna need a pretty big shovel.
Yeah, there seems to be a lot of water. The back alley is a specific, potentially deep spot. That's probably asphalt under me, so I'm not going to be able to dig through it. This over here appears to be a sinkhole. The water is definitely going down there and leaving that way, actually. So I guess basically I need to get all of the water from up here down into that stream one way or another. Okay, now that I zoomed out on the map, I see more of the problems. I think there's some storm drains on the other side over there. I could probably just go rake those out. Those are deep water areas. The water over here is pretty deep, so it's a little bit hard to find the storm drains. I found one of them. I just saw a rainbow bubble popping up from here, so this is going to start to lower the water level already. And once the water level gets lower, the rest of these are going to be easy to find. I'm pretty sure as long as there's leaves coming up, I'm doing something useful. There should be one across the street along the curb, probably right here where I saw that bubble. There we go. We got some leaves coming up. We'll start to hear the water running soon. There appears to be a lot of water coming from this guy's apartment. I think like until we deal with that, we're basically just taking the water from here into the drains. According to the map, there's a few more up here. These are in deeper spots, but I think I can still get to them if I'm lucky. I think actually I see the goo right below me there. Yeah, we got it. The leaves are coming up to the surface. That means they're not plugging the drain anymore. And its corresponding sister drain across the street. And just like that, the water's almost gone. I did find the rainbow bubble, which corresponds with another drain. I don't know if opening all of these storm drains is going to be enough to get rid of the water, but it's a start. Because the water overall depth in the upper left hasn't changed at all. But we are opening these up, so at least the water will have a chance of somewhere to go. I see the other rainbow bubble. With a little wiggling, we found the drain. I realized I really can navigate mostly by looking for the rainbow bubbles, and then you find the corresponding problem by looking down around the bubbles. And then we open up those storm drains and blast our ears with the sound of running water. So far I've only used a rake and I've thoroughly enjoyed the experience. At some point I should probably use some of the other tools. There's something down here? Pick up? Hold me? Wait, what? What's down here? Is that a bug? I don't know if that's supposed to be there, whatever it is. Might have to take the water out first. For now, we'd better just stick to what we know. I think the water level is actually getting lower slowly because a minute ago it was over the edge of that curb. And it's getting much easier to see through the water. Like I can actually see the blockage down there physically now. This is the last storm drain here, unless the other ones have clogged in the meantime. But this is everyone on this street, so at least the water is going somewhere now. I think I still need to find a way to put the water into the river though. The cafe apparently is also a bit of a deep spot, and I think I understand why. Can I dig through that? How is this supposed to work? I might need to pump that out. This might actually turn into a bit of a puzzle game, because I could set the generator maybe on one of these tables now, put a pump over there, at least pump out of that. I'm going to try that. Yeah, this alleyway was definitely all the way flooded when I came through the first time, so the water level is a lot lower. Oh, it's much better over here. This is where the water is running out to the river. I don't know if there's anything I can do further here to send it out quicker. I could see this being just a lot of fun if it turns into like a puzzle game and all the different tools you could put together. So I got the pump, the generator, and the extension cord on me. We're also going to take the inflatable thing. I don't know if I'm supposed to bring any hoses for the pump or how that works. But I'm going to go try and pump out the cafe deep spot. I'm allowed to just set up the generator there apparently. Plug that in. Oh yeah, I need to set up the other thing first, don't I? Whoops, hold on. You go there. We'll put the pump somewhere down in there. Just good enough. Where's my extension cord? Uh-oh, where's my extension cord? I might have lost my extension cord. Okay, we got that again, so I think we plugged it into there, plugged it into there, plugged it into... It's weird. It's almost like I didn't set this up properly. Okay, any second now it's going to get there. It is. So now we switch it on with some button. Is that working? Something seems to be happening. I have no idea if that's supposed to be doing. If we shut that off, how do I make it go green on there? Hello? I can't see because it's underwater. Wait. There it is. Green to... Any second now. Gotta find the green spot. Yeah, I probably could have put it in a better spot, but I didn't. And you know what? I've got no regrets about that. The game is definitely trying to figure out how it wants me to plug that in, but we cannot agree on this. The generator won that round. There. It's much easier if you just put it on a flat level surface, believe it or not. So the pump is going. Maybe you need a hose with the pump, otherwise you're just sort of pumping the water like in itself. We'll leave it there for now. We're going to go figure out how else to move some of this water. I don't hear the drains running anymore. They might have just straight up plugged it. They sure did. So we can go get the rake, I guess. So I'm thinking the water over there can go into the storm drains. The water over here is supposed to go into the river, which it pretty much did automatically. I'm not sure if there's anything else I could do to coax it along, but presumably there is. There is a vacuum. There is a shovel. We'll put the cord down. I don't know. I think I brought 2 cords. Hopefully I did. Otherwise something's going wrong. There is also a bucket. I could manually bail things out. So we're going to swap those out. I was curious if some of this was movable with the shovel. I didn't really assume so because I believe that's concrete or asphalt. Returning to the scene of the crime over here, it looks like my generator pump combination has done basically nothing. I do want to try my water. Okay, the water vacuum actually works out super quick. That could take the water down quite quickly. How do I get it out of this now? Okay, yeah, this thing works alarmingly fast. Like I basically dewatered the entire cafe now. Everything in here. Okay, I see how the pump works now. It looks like it'll just pump down its little tube thing. Then I don't know what it does with the water from there, but probably the same thing the vacuum. It just sort of disappears. I'm reopening all the storm drains and water level overall is still hasn't moved. Okay, so area over here left, this water level is actually dropping now. There's obviously different zones of water. It's hard to see here. But the one over here, the water level is actually dropping. Overall, the water level isn't been moved yet, but the one over here is getting somewhere. I decided I needed to explore a little bit to see if there's any source of water coming in or if I'm only just removing it. The water level is now where it's basically in the cafe or not. So I'm hoping I could just, vacuum some of this out real quick. And that actually seems to be working. Hopefully it doesn't flow back into the cafe. Not sure that's actually, I don't know if the vacuum is strong enough to deal with this. I think I've got a better idea how the pump works, so it's dry in there. Oh, I might have to move around. I was assuming the water would like flow over to me, but I might just have to go around and like hoover it up off the ground. Because for some reason, water just sits exactly where it is until you vacuum it. Yeah, the cafe is basically done now, because all I had to do was just walk around. You can't let the water come to you. You must go to the water. Yeah, it actually just gave me an audible confirmation that this is done. I don't hear any storm drains working, but the water is getting low enough. They should be super easy to find at this point. I wasn't wrong. And we're taking so long that the sun will be back up before we know it. It is now occurring to me that there's actually a deeper spot here. That's part of the center, but the sitting area is going down. Water overall is still like 100% of the way, so we got to find more water and get rid of it. Also, that area is deeper than the drains around it, so I'm gonna have to use the pump or the bucket or something to move the water from down in a deep spot up to here. Circling all the way back around to the left area, the water here is getting really low. We're actually starting to reveal the ground and everything, so that's going to be helpful for us. The center is almost nearly done. Yeah, according to the map, we're getting there. The back alley over there is still pretty damp. We'll figure out this piece by piece how to get all the water out. Can I just vacuum this center pond thing? Is that going to work, or is this too much water? I'm not really sure the limitations. Okay, apparently the center is done over there. It gives you that fun green grid automation thing. The water does actually seem to be going down with just the vacuum. Or I'm just imagining things and I'm just some idiot going around in a pond with a vacuum.
But I'm pretty sure this is going down, albeit slowly.
According to the sitting area, the blue thing, it is dropping. Every once in a while it goes back up though, so I don't know what to make about that. Now it goes back up, now it goes down. I don't know what to make of that. So this area over here, the right is done, so no more water needed over here. But I think we need to give another try to the pump, because I think I have a better understanding how this is going to go. We take the pump, we don't need the shovel, so I'll pick up whatever that is. So now I can like set the generator there. We can put the pump down in there, say. And that's going to be his outlet hose, so we put it there. Now we just got to plug it in and turn it on, and the water should go straight down the drain. And because I'm a genius, I left the cord over here. Now we only have the sitting area 1 and 2 and the back alleyway, according to the little pop-up that I've ignored this entire time. The back alley is over here. Yeah, we got some water sitting there. I think I got a pretty good idea to deal with that now. So we plug that in there. The cord goes to there. Now we pull out our hands or something. We turn that on. And the water's not coming out. Am I still misunderstanding how this works? Are you not a pump? Oh, we got to turn it on. Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense. All right, so the water should go down the drain from there. So this should drain without me having to do anything. Yeah, sitting area water is going down now. There is still this other sitting area. Luckily, I've got hands, so we can just dump it down there. I assume that's going down the drain. Yeah, this is not as fast as pumping, but it is good character building work. Water level overall is starting to drop. There's still a lot of water sitting somewhere, which is strange. I've done most of the areas over here. Okay, the vacuum is a lot faster at sitting area too, it seems. So we're going to walk around here and see if we can, just keep making the water go down. I don't know why the vacuum has a never-ending water tank, but I'm not going to complain. We just go around and suck it all out. It's starting to get pretty dry in here. This is very good. Very satisfying. I need this times 1,000. All done there. We'll go back and see how my pump is making out on this side. Yeah, this area looks to be about done as well. Do I somewhere have a tab of it? Yeah, I do. Okay, back alley. It's officially done now. So we're going to borrow that and the generator. And I think I could work over here on the river now. The last area is over where we started. There's water stuck over there that looks like it can't get over the little bump over here. Luckily I have a solution for that. We'll put the pump. Is there a deep spot here? Where's my map? The deep spot, well, somewhere there. Water's going to go. It'd be better if we just put it straight out. The hose is that long. That should be fine. Fire up the generator. Fire up the pump. And the water is going good enough. That's actually draining out this little area pretty quickly now. So back alley water should be gone before we know it. We are also reflooding that area, but you know what? That's fine. I put my vacuum down somewhere and I really want it again. By the time I'm back with my vacuum cleaner, it's got most of the water from this little pocket anyway, so we'll just relocate it to where we need it. Which apparently there might be a lot of water over here. I think the darker spots are deeper spots. This doesn't really seem that bad over here though. Okay, I'm pretty sure I can just vacuum most of that up. The last spot is the deep spot right in front of me, which we're about standing in the center of. So if we put the pump there, and pump down the way. How long can we get that? To there is probably more than fine. Then we do the old pluggy inny. Turn that on, turn that on. The water is now flowing directly out. There shouldn't be anything flowing backwards. So that should be done in no time. I went to look around the side here and I don't know if this is supposed to be filled with water or not. But if it's not making me remove it, I guess I don't care. And now that the back alley is going, the water level overall is dropping fast. So that should be the rest of it pretty soon. We're gonna vacuum up some water here to see if we can help with the process. This vacuum is unparalleled in its sucking power. I got 1 star on that because it took so long. I mean, I did a nice job though. At least I thought I did a nice job. Then we can have magnet fishing. Reel in trash with your magnet during cache. Time's up at sunset 6 p.m. Okay. There is trash scattered within the waters of the canal. You can identify the trash by looking for rising bubbles. Is that something good? How does this work? Can we have the washing machine? What is that? That appears to be something. Get up here. Okay, I don't know what this is, but I'll take it. That was like a lead coffee maker or something. I don't actually know what that was. We're supposed to be looking for rising bubbles, but I can't help but notice the safes that are scattered around everywhere. So we'll give it a little throw. Down we go. Reel it in, reel it in. Come on, give me big money. I'm not really sure how this works if I'm supposed to
Click.
I'm unsure how we went from dewatering to this, but magnet fishing, sure. Are all of those things supposed to be treasure? Like, I do see sort of bubbles down there. I'm just not really sure. Okay, one more time. Do we get some treasure? I think we did. What did we get? Trash can lid. Pretty sure. Yeah, I see some bubbles right in front of me right there. So if we go like right there, we should. There's some over there too. They're hard to see. And you might have to be pretty specific. We got a hammer. Treasure way over there. I'm too lazy to walk around, so I'm hoping I can throw that far. Okay, we'll almost have it. Don't know if we got that. I don't know how strong this magnet is. I also don't know what the point of this is. I guess it's an easy way to make money, but it seems that as long as I have a rake, that I've got all the tools that I need. I've got another hammer. I can sell that to the prison warden for rolls of toilet paper. One of those things just respawned. There's also lots of treasure right there. Found a bigger treasure. Audio equipment. Okay. That's clearly something someone wants to throw around. We'll reel in this big doodad. What do we got? Some kind of treasure? Open up. It is a gold bar. I forget when the day ends, but I wish it was at 4:30. We did get something bigger here, though. It's just a crate. A single crate. Well, you know what? I'm going to sit here and wait for another actual dewatering mission. The day ended at 6 o'clock. We made $524. And it looks like we're going to have to wait even longer because that's the end of the demo for now. But I absolutely love this. I want more of it. That was way too good.